There is a highly specific personality type that frequently dreams about spiders. They aren't necessarily afraid of bugs in real life, and they aren't typically anxious people. Yet their subconscious minds keep returning to the exact same archetype, an eight-legged weaver waiting in the dark. In the classic dream analysis, animals are rarely just animals. They are projections of what legendary psychologist Carl Jung called the shadow self, the hidden parts of our personality we refuse to look at during the day. When a spider appears in your sleep, your brain isn't trying to scare you. It is running a highly sophisticated diagnostic test on your waking relationships. Data shows that people who dream of spiders are often highly intuitive empaths. You are someone who naturally reads the energy of a room the moment you walk into. But that gift comes with a hidden vulnerability. Your subconscious mind often detects manipulation long before your conscious mind does. Your brain builds a spider web to show you exactly how trapped you feel by someone else's expectations. To truly decode what your mind is telling you, we have to look closer at the geometry of the dream itself. Because a spider spinning a web means something completely different than a spider crawling directly on your skin. Let's look at the three distinct personality profiles your brain reveals when the weaver appears. To solve this puzzle, we first have to separate the dream into two distinct psychological categories. In dream analysis, a spider represents a weaver, but who is doing the weaving? The first category is the external weaver. This is when your dream presents the spider as an outside threat. It's crawling on your bedroom wall, dropping from the ceiling, or blocking a doorway. Psychologically, this means your subconscious mind has detected a predator in your waking environment. Think about your daily life. Is there someone around you who always seems to make you feel slightly off balance? A partner who subtly shifts the blame onto you? A boss whose praise always comes with a hidden string attached? Your conscious mind tries to play nice. It tells you, oh, they are just stressed, or they didn't mean that way. But your subconscious doesn't care about politeness. It acts like a security camera, logging every micro-expression, every passive-aggressive comment, and every manipulative tactic. And because it cannot speak to you in words, it creates a venomous archetype to wake you up to reality you're trying to ignore. But then there is a second category, and this is where the mystery takes a dark turn. Sometimes the spider isn't an enemy. Sometimes you are the spider. If you dream that you are quietly watching a spider web, or if you feel strangely calm around the creature, it represents what Carl Jung called your own repressed power. Empaths are notoriously bad at setting boundaries. You bend over backward to keep the peace. But that repressed anger doesn't just disappear. It mutters in the dark of your mind. Your subconscious is showing you that you are playing the victim in your waking life, while secretly wishing you could spin a web of control to protect yourself. It is a beautiful, complex paradox. Your mind is telling you that it's time to stop running from your own inner strength. Now, let's look at the actual geometry of the nightmare. Because the way the spider interacts with you reveals the exact nature of your psychological block. Let's break down the three most common spider dream structures. First, the phantom crawl. This is when the spider is walking directly on your skin. This is visceral, physical alarm. When a dream symbol physically touches you, it means the threat is no longer outside. it has breached your boundaries. This archetype represents a secret, a heavy regret, or a truth you are hiding that is literally eating away at you from the inside out. Your mind is telling you that the emotional stress has become toxic to your physical well-being. You cannot carry the weight on this silence anymore. Second, the swarm. Dreaming of hundreds of tiny spiders invading your space. This speaks directly to a state of mental fragmentation. You aren't dealing with one big problem, you are dealing with 1,000 tiny, unmanaged anxieties. It's the feeling of being overwhelmed by modern life, like emails, expectations, text messages, small responsibilities. Each tiny spider is a minor stressor that you refuse to handle during the day. At night, they combine into a plague to show you that your current lifestyle is unsustainable. And finally, the giant observer, a massive spider that doesn't attack but simply sits in the corner of the room watching you. This is the classic presentation of the shadow self. The spider is an unresolved trauma or an old fear from your past. It isn't moving because it doesn't need to. It is a permanent fixture of your mental house. It is waiting for you to look it directly in the eyes. The moment you stop running from it in your dream and actually walk toward it, the symbol changes. The monster defeats. If you're someone who frequently finds themselves trapped in these webs at night, there is a fascinating psychological experiment you can try. It is a way to use your natural empathy to hack the simulation. Tonight, before you drift off to sleep, I want you to intentionally think about the spider, but don't think about the fear. Think about the architecture. A spider web is one of the most beautiful, mathematically perfect structures in the nature. It requires incredible patience, focus, and quiet discipline to create. By shifting your perspective from the fear of the bite to the admiration of the craft, you subtly change how your brain processes the symbol. When you fall asleep, you are no longer the helpless prey waiting to be caught. You are the investigator entering the matrix. If a spider appears, don't run. Look at its web. Ask yourself, where are the lines connected? Who built this grid? By treating your dream like a puzzle rather than a horror movie, you reclaim the steering wheel of your subconscious mind. You move from panic to curiosity. And curiosity is the exact trait that turns a nightmare into breakthrough. Your mind is an incredible storyteller. It loves you enough to build elaborate, terrifying worlds just to show you the truth you are too afraid to face during the day. So I want to ask you a very personal question. Next time you wake up, checking your skin, throwing blankets off your bed in the dark, take a deep breath. Don't look for the spider. Look at your life. What is the web you are currently walking into? And more importantly, who is holding the strings? Tell me your exact dream story in the comments below. Let's look at the symbols and let's decode it together. Sleep deep.